Hello everyone, welcome back in part 3 of Introduction to SPSS. So using your SPSS book, let's go to page 4. Okay, so we're going to start with descriptive statistics and the practice activity. Okay, if you can see here in this box, right, this is the steps to conduct the descriptive statistics. Let's start with the first one. So using the data that you have keyed in just now, okay, let's use the steps in your book here and conduct the analysis. Okay, so now we are conducting a descriptive analysis. Let's go to this analyze, click analyze. All right, go to descriptive statistics and click frequencies. Okay, and you select the variables that you want. Okay, so if you look at your book, you are doing gender. Okay, so gender and also no anyone. Okay, so in statistics, you can click whatever you want. So you can have a percentage, okay, and so on. Okay, so I think I'll just want to leave it um, as it is for now, and let's just click OK. Okay, and automatically the file output will be shown here. So let's just maximize the output here, and if you can see, the output is similar to your book on page 5. Okay, let's have a look at your book for page 5. Okay, this is page 5. So this is similar. This is what you have clicked just now. Okay, right, it's similar. So let's look at the output. So this is the output, and if you can see, this is we've conducted frequencies. Okay, and this is the first table showing the statistics. So N is the number of your respondents. Okay, so this will be your sample. So there are 10 valid answers for the question gender, and there are 10 valid respondents and answers for the second question. So for the gender, you can see this is the frequency. For male, there are 5 respondents, female 5, and these are the percentages. And for the second question, 4 answered yes and no 6. So in your report, your PSM report, please do not straightly copy paste this table. Please create a new table and fill in the data, what is relevant. Okay, if you automatically just copy this, it shows that you are lazy. Okay, you can save this file, save as. Okay, save as. Right, so it will be a .spv file. If you don't have SPSS, then the folder will not show the icon. Okay, so you can put any name here. Maybe we can say this is practice activity 1. Okay, and then just put somewhere. So now I'll put in desktop. Okay, SPSS class. So maybe just place it here and click save. Okay, you can also copy. So you can also right click. Okay, you can do copy. Okay, if you want to copy various tables, you can just click your control or shift key. Okay, shift and click will select all. If you click using control, you can choose which table or information you want to copy, and when you right click, you can click copy. Okay, so you can also open words, for example, another document. Okay, and you can paste your output here in order for you to save it in a word format if you don't want to save it as a .spv format. Okay, so it's up to you how you want to do it. Okay, so now let's move on to the next page, right? So we are still in page 5, okay, but we are going to do the the second activity. Okay, so here, page 5, we are going to do number 2, determine the mean and standard deviation of the continuous variable. So we need to conduct this analysis using this step. Okay, so back to your SPSS, you can conduct your analysis through your output file. Okay, you can also click analyze from here, or you can also click analyze from your SPSS. So here is still untitled data. You have not saved it. So let's save it. File, save as, and you can just put practice activity. Okay, maybe practice activity 1, and you choose where you want to put it. Maybe just put here. Okay, and this is a .sav file. This is your data file. Okay, you just save it. So once you look at your folder, so you have two. This is your uh, SPV file. This is the output document. If you can see there, it's indicated as the type SPSS output, and this one is the type is SPSS data. Okay, so let's look at your data again, and we are doing this analysis. Yeah. Okay, so go to analyze descriptive statistics and click frequencies. And now you want to take the third question. Okay, so for this two, you just choose both and remove it and click the third question. And now you want to have the mean and standard deviation. So in statistics, click the mean and standard deviation, and also let's click skew and kurtosis. Okay, so click continue and okay. So now this is the output, and I would like to show you. Okay, this is when you use frequencies. You can also use analyze, descriptive, and descriptives. Okay, using the same variable options. Okay, standard deviation, minimum, maximum, okay, mean, and also kurtosis and skewness. So continue. So they will conduct the same analysis, but the output will be a bit different. Okay, the way it is presented. So if you look at your book on page 6, it is actually using descriptive. So you can maybe adjust here. Okay, analyze descriptive and descriptive. Yeah. So you will get this type of look, okay, horizontal. If you click frequency, then this will be the output, these two, this and this. It's the same thing. There's the mean, there's the standard deviation, there's skewness, kurtosis, and so on. So I will explain to you what each of these means, all right? So I'll be using this data. It's the same, but I'll be using this table. So you can also look at your book, page 6, yeah, it's the same thing. All right, so for N, this is actually your respondents. Okay, so you and responses, all right? How many responses that you have from your respondent. So for the question support for organ donation, there are 10, valid 1. Okay, sometimes there are more than 10, but the valid one is only 10. That means that maybe some missing data. Okay, some respondents did not answer this question. So you can double check here. So if both the same value, then that means everyone answered this question. So for minimum and maximum is the based on the Likert scale that you have set, and it is based on what the respondents have chosen. So you have set the Likert scale 1 to 5. However, if all respondents did not answer 5, so the maximum will be based on what the respondents have answered. So if you see here 4, okay, don't be panic. It is just because your respondents answered the highest was 4. So the statistic will show the maximum answer was 4. Okay. So the mean will be the average answer. So if you can see here is 3.2. Okay. So 3.2 meaning that mostly answered 3 to 4 from the Likert scale. Okay. So the average will be 3.2. Standard deviation shows you the differences between the answers, between the respondents' answers. Yeah. So if the larger the standard deviation, that means the wider the difference between the answers between the respondents. For example, if you have 10 respondents, okay, 9 respondents answered 5, okay, and only one answered 1, so the standard deviation will be wider. But if majority answered quite similar, 3, 4, 5, something like that, then the standard deviation will be small. So standard deviation will be different once your respondents is more. Okay, so it depends. So now we only have 10 and you have various answers from the respondents, so the standard deviation is okay. So skewness and kurtosis. Okay, I'll explain a little bit. I need to use paint for this one, so I'll just open paint. Okay, so I'll just make it larger. Okay, so for example, if you have, let's use maybe this one. Okay, too big. Okay, I'll use maybe blue. All right, so this is, let's say this is a graph. Okay, and this is your normal curve. Okay, so skewness, okay, I don't want this crayon. I think I'll use a marker pen. Yep. Wow, that's too big. All right, so skewness is whether or not, okay, your normality curve, okay, the answers are skewed more to the left or skewed to the right. Oh, this is normal curve, yeah. Okay, so if your skewness data is negative, that means it's skewed to the left, and if it's positive, it's skewed to the right. Okay, so for kurtosis, okay, it is when it's positive, it is the normal curve is more steep, okay, and if it's negative, it is more like that. Okay, so there you go. So this is just looking into the normality of your the answer, how the majority answered your question. So for kurtosis and skewness, the number that you should be alarmed with are more than 7. Okay, plus minus, it doesn't necessarily mean negative is bad. No, okay, it doesn't, it's plus minus more than 7. Yeah, then you should be quite alarmed, but it also depend on your research. Okay, so some data, it needs to be normally distributed, but some not necessarily. That is something that is so important. Okay, so don't straight away be alarmed. You have to look back at the data that you collected. All right. So now we are, I think I'll stop here and we'll have the fourth part later. Okay, see you. Bye bye.